Hello and welcome to another episode of World of Sumo News. I'm Mika Grimmer. Thank you for joining me as I take you through Grand Sumo News as of Day 4 of Kyushu Basho and check in with the Rikishi that we're following for Kyushu Basho. Hakioi! It's time to sound the trumpets and lower the gates for Tochinoshin fans as he's coming back for Day 5 of Kyushu Basho. Let's hope that his lower back pain doesn't get in the way of him fighting his way to his Kachikoshi in these last 11 days. This does mean that he only has room to lose 3 bouts during the tournament before demotion. Next up, let's see how our picks in the lower divisions are getting on the first 4 days of the Basho. Just a reminder for those who aren't used to following the lower divisions, a Kachikoshi in anything below Jiro is 4 wins. And they only have bouts on 7 of the 15 days of the tournament. A great example of this is our pick down in Sandame. Murayama of Naruto Beya, who is Sandame 76, has only fought on Day 1 and Day 3, so expect to see him back on Day 6. And we'll be sure to keep you informed on how he does. And now, moving up to Makushisha, where we have 4 different Rikishi that we're watching. First up is one of my absolute favorite Rikishi, and judging by the comments in the comment section of our last video, at least a few others' favorite Rikishi, Iron Man Akiseyama of Kisei Beya, who's all the way down in Makushisha 45 for taking the time needed for his jaw to heal properly before coming back. So far, Akiseyama has mounted the dohyo twice, and each time has produced very dominant wins, both against Amanoshima and Toki Sakae. Day 5 may prove to be a bit more challenging, however, because there will be a Makouchi level bout at the bottom of Makushisha. The scheduling committee has pitted Akiseyama against Ryuden. Which of these 2 former Makouchi Rikishi do you think will win on Day 5? Let us know in the comments. My money's on Akiseyama. Next up on our list in Makushisha is Atami Fuji of Isegahama Beya. He's Makushisha 15. He lost on Day 4 to Tsurubayashi. And on Day 5, Atami Fuji will be up against Takasago Beya's Ishizaki, the other Makushisha 15 that we are following. They are both 1-1. And now up to Jiro. The 2 leaders going into Day 3, Koto Shoho and Oho, were paired off, and after a mono-ii, Oho was declared the winner and became the sole leader on Day 4 with a perfect 4-0 record. But there are still 11 days remaining, so anything can still happen. And I'm sure with how well Koto Shoho has performed on Days 1 through 3, he will be hot on Oho's heels the rest of the Basho. Midori Fuji continues his 3-day losing streak when Midoryu defeated him by Hataki Komi, which means he only has 1 win in the 4 days so far. On the flip side, Enho continues his 3-day winning streak, defeating Yago by Hiki Otoshi in a chaotic but exciting bout, bringing him to 3-1. Hopefully Enho can keep this up, as we're seeing shades of the Enho that made his Makouchi debut. The leaderboard so far: 4-0, Oho; 3-1, Wakamoto Haru, Ichi Yamamoto, Koto Shoho, Dai Shoho, Enho, Hakuyozan, Koto Kuzan. So it's a pretty big leaderboard as the first week approaches its end. There are a few Rikishi in trouble down in Jiro. Dayamami and Tokishoryu are both at 0-4. Let's hope they can turn it around. Now time to talk about Makouchi. As I just mentioned, Dayamami loses against Sarano Umi, who now has 4 wins in a row and is still on fire. The winning Kamarite was Uwate Dashinage. Abi beats Kaisei with an Oshidashi, bringing him up to 4-0. Abi has never had such a good start to a Makouchi Basho like this. The best he's ever managed at the start of a Basho was 2 wins in a row. Abi's pushing technique has been on another level, and if he keeps this up, he's going to create a huge buzz as he chases after the Yokozuna Teru no Fuji. Teru Tsuyoshi makes Hokuto Fuji really work for his victory in an almost stalemate. The bout took 1 minute and 30 seconds when Hokuto Fuji finally won with an Oshidashi. Hokuto Fuji keeps his perfect record so far for Kyushu Basho. Tobizaru beats Ura, breaking his perfect start to the Basho by Hiki Otoshi. Tamawashi defeats Chiyoshima and goes 3-1, getting his 3rd win in a row and his 700th career win. Takayasu versus Shima no Umi was yet another long bout. It clocked in at 3 minutes and 33 seconds. Takayasu finally won with a Uwatanage, and we hope that his energy hasn't been zapped by having all these long bouts so early on in the Basho. Kiribayama gets plowed by Takanosho with an Oshidashi, now defeating the young Mongolian in all 6 of their meetings. Mitakeumi outmaneuvers Ichinojo and wins with an Oshidashi. He seems to be really focused this Basho. Meisei beats Miyogiru with a Tsukiotoshi victory. He's 5-0 against Miyogiru. They're both at 2-2. Ozeki Shodai quickly dispatches Wakataka Kage with an Oshidashi. Daisho, at 3-1, gets out-muscled by Ozeki Takekeisho. The Ozeki is looking good, and my co-host Scott predicts that if it keeps this up, we'll be looking at another Takekeisho Terunofuji playoff. And finally, Yokozuna Terunofuji versus Onosho. Before the match, Onosho had won 4 of their last 6 meetings, so no doubt he felt some confidence. But despite fighting hard, Terunofuji won with a Kimedashi. Usually Terunofuji has lots of problems with pushers, especially if they get under his arms. But we bet he's been training hard for this since he's been dealing with them very well this basho. The leaderboard for Makouchi with 4-0 are Yokozuna Terunofuji, Ozeki Takekeisho, Sekiwake Mitakeumi, and the Megashira men, Sanoumi, Abi, Hokuto Fuji. And at 3-1, Aoyama and Ura are hot on their tails. There are 4 Rikishi and Makouchi in trouble, each with 4 losses on day 4. That's Kotoeko, Tochinoshin, Onosho, and Kiribayama. And just a reminder, we do have that giveaway for a Sumo 2022 calendar and 2 stamp-on suitcase from Sakaigawa Beya. Please watch our previous news video for details, and we'll announce the winner in our next video. And that's it for this episode of World of Sumo News. Please like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell for the latest World of Sumo content. All links to our website and any articles used for this episode are in the description box. Thank you for joining me. I'm Mika Grimmer. See you in the next one.